What's up, guys? FSC Speed Shop, soon to be FSC Trucking. We are going to be going live today. I put this all in the description. There's no regular upload for today because, well, I had some computer issues. So now we had computer issues. I literally just got them resolved. I wanted to edit a video last night. Couldn't, because we couldn't solve the video issues until this morning. So my Saturday upload was late. So here we are making a live video. There will be a regular upload tomorrow morning, being Sunday. And here we are. Now, you're probably wondering, where in the heck are you? Well, I'm not going to say exactly where I am right now, but we have a really nice view. The thumbnail, if you guys seen it, is actually of my Dodge Ram truck with my camper. This is a West Coast vacation for us. It turned out we did not wind up going to Texas as we had planned or hoped to. Let's see if I can make this a little bit not. There, you probably see me better. Now I'm backlit behind me. Wonderful. Maybe if I sit this way. We didn't wind up going to Texas. We are actually on the West Coast, or heading towards the West Coast in the Central Time Zone right now. So I'm trying to figure out how to make the glare go away. Well, I should have done this before I started the stream. Sorry, guys. I forgot my camper had shades. And now the knife is in the way. Give me a minute, guys. I know, not very professional. Live from my rickety camper. Yeah, ain't that rickety. Come on. There we go. All right, that should be better. Much better. Not so backlit. All right. There we go. Much better. Okay, so we're actually in, I'll just say this, we're in Montana right now. We are going to be visiting Yellowstone. We've already been to the Black Hills. If you've seen the video or seen the thumbnail, you see the bikes in the back of the pickup truck. Matt, Jen, and I were both riding out through the Black Hills. We got there after Sturgis. Basic plan was we were going to Texas for family type stuff because my family's moving to Texas, or was, then wasn't, then was. So we didn't go. We went out here instead. So let's see here. Go through my, I've never done this with the computer. So now I got to go through, see, you guys are chatting me here. Good morning, my friend. That's Bobby Streaming Tech. What's up, brother? Technical difficulty. I hope I have good audio. We tested it earlier. Looked like it worked good. So nobody's screaming. I have no audio. Let's see here. Get a gooseneck camper and pull it with your project truck with the Detroit engine. Nah, we got that brand new Ram truck with the 8-foot box crew cab with the 6.4 Hemi. I bought it for this, to be able to put the motorcycle, as it happened, motorcycles. I got 2 motorcycles in the load bed. And that's what I did. So we could do exactly this. Tow the bikes, plural, and the trailer, the camper, or the boat, one or the other. But either way, this way I could get the bikes and the camper or the boat at the same time and go wherever I want with it. Mount Rushmore. Yeah, we went to Mount Rushmore. We also went to the Crazy Horse Memorial, mountain carving being done out there. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. If you never went out there, dude, this has been a dream of mine for years to get out this way with a personal vehicle or a camper. I've been out here with the truck more times than I can count. But yeah, that's kind of the plan. So what happened? Well, long story short, while I was, I bring the computer and my editor, my laptop, I bring the computer with me so I can edit video. I actually bought a little router so I don't have to worry about tethering through the phone, because the phone's very limiting in what you could do. So we brought a computer so I could also work while I'm away. That way I can still be productive while I'm away, because we figured we'd be gone for about 3 weeks total. My computer crashed while we were in Black Hills. We were a little south of Deadwood, so signal's a little bit of an issue, obviously. But I had enough to get work done. Problem was when I was exporting the video, the last one you guys saw, the computer crashed twice while I was exporting that video. And then I brought the computer in to get it fixed, thinking it was an issue, another virus, and that didn't work. So I brought it in and they were able to find the problem, which actually nothing was broken. It turned out my hard drive was partitioned improperly, and that's where the issues were coming from. So wish you could send you money on here. For some reason I can't. Yeah, because I never turn super chat on. I'm not going to turn live streams into a begathon, which is a milestone that I reached recently. We'll get into that begathon, begging for kibbles and bits in a minute, which I don't do. But if you want to give me money, what you can do is buy merch, fscspeedshop.com. You can give me money and I'll send you a t-shirt. That's how that works. I don't beg. I earn a living. So, yeah, I know a lot of YouTubers do that. That's fine. I should stop shaking the table. There. All right, don't touch the table. It's my laptop. It bounces. So, I'm not a beggar. I'll work. I'll earn a living. So, if you want to give me money, I'll send you a shirt for the... Of course, I make money doing that, but I will send you a shirt for the money. There you go. FSCSpeedshop.com. That's where you get merch. Obviously, wearing somebody else's merch, but that's kind of funny. I was the warranty with the computer. Anyway, so long story short, got the computer fixed, or rather reset so it would work properly. And then I had to start putting my programs back in the computer. Obviously, I'm not a tech guy when it comes to computers. So I reinstalled everything. It looked like it was working good to go. Got to where I had a better signal. We're sitting in Spearfish, literally in the Walmart, on the back seat of my crew cab, installing all the new drivers, this, that, and the other to make the program, the editor program, work good. Look like everything was functioning perfect. And then we get to here to upload a video last night, and then kaput. They don't work. Skip and don't work good, worth the crap. So this morning I was dealing with customer service and tech support to get the editor functioning properly, which was a success. But now I'm late. I didn't get today's video done yesterday, so we're doing the live there. That's how we are. Okay, let's see here. Sean Nevinson says, sounds good. I know Orwell needs some service. So, yeah. Actually, the videos that showed Orwell's oil and fuel leaking problems, that has been solved. All those problems were solved. Orwell is sitting indoors right now because I'm on vacation. Everything is indoors right now because I'm on vacation. And too many people know where the shop is. So everything's indoors under lock and key, and it's been fixed. I already did a few trips out and back with Orwell since the repairs were all done. We're just that behind on editing. So Orwell's in good shape. Not going to spoil the fun as to what happened to Orwell, but it was pretty obvious. Oil leaking, fuel leaking, and I'm kind of pissed that these are all parts I replaced. And I get into that. These are all parts I replaced that failed and should not have failed. They're just out of warranty, but they failed. And that kind of becomes an issue with FSC Truck Shop. We start getting into that a little bit. But the repairs were made, new parts were purchased, and down the line we go. So actually with the fuel gauge problem, I fixed it, and the new fix promptly broke. Now that gauge is under warranty. It's only lasted 100 miles. Got 100 miles on that gauge. Failed again. So, yeah, we're going to get into that in a little bit here. I suppose we'll talk about that. So I'm trying to get into, if you haven't noticed, my channel, I'll just get into that milestone. My channel has grown to 42,1 subscribers, which is awesome. Thank you guys very much for that. It's beating another channel who supposedly is a professional radio host. And my YouTube channel has more subscribers than Cuzzy. Leave it at that. But yeah, I'm doing better than them. And I got burned since, you could advertise for free and get nothing for it. Yeah, YouTube-wise, my numbers are better, Cuzzy. We'll leave it at that. You know who you are. And I know you watch. Oh, let's see here. Going back and forth here. Did you replace those? I would be mad too. Yeah, No, the fuel gauge actually is just deleted, right? The fuel pressure gauge has been deleted as of right now. I'm looking into maybe upgrading the gauges to electronic ones. That way I don't have to pump oil and fuel into the dashboard any longer. But I don't know if I want to go with old school type gauges like I have now, the original looking ones, or if I want to go, I thought of going digital, but then, you know, I don't want the LEDs and the digitals to fail, and then I can't get replacements. So I might go with analog, but electrically fed analog, and just replace all the gauges altogether. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Sorry if I shake the screen, guys. See, like I move the table, it shakes. I have to move my mouse to be able to read your comments here. Let's see here. I'm trying. Let's see here. Steve, you have gotten a truck to put in the Monster engine yet? Personally, I hope it's an auto car. No, I have not secured a new truck yet. I'm looking into it. Guys are sending me, some guys have emailed me links. The other day, somebody sent me a picture of them on Marketplace. It was a Marmon. But I don't want to take apart a truck. Preferably, I don't want to take apart a truck that didn't come with a Detroit in it. That way I don't have to like refab everything to do a complete engine swap. So I'm hoping to find a truck with a 6V71 or a 8V71 or even a 12V, but I doubt I'll find one of those. Old Two-Stroker got one, and I know he ain't selling it. That Peterbilt he got is absolutely amazing. I would love to have that truck, but I don't think he's going to sell it to me. I wouldn't. Jonathan Hayes says, hi from Rochester, New York. I'm saying hello from Montana, live from my camper. We're in my RV. Matter of fact, the noise behind me is a Cummins dually. He's hooking up his fifth wheel. I talked to him last night. He's getting ready to bounce. He's a retired guy. He's doing this full time. That'd be a hell of a thing to do. Oh, have a great vacation to all of you. Greetings from the Netherlands. That's awesome. I love the fact we got international subscribers. That is so cool. Hello from Connecticut. Great videos. Thank you very much. Jesse Sager says, good morning, Steve. All righty. I guess, guys, ask questions now. Thanks for saying hi, but me reading all your highs will get boring fast. I do appreciate them, but I also have to make a video that's fun for people to watch after I do the live stream. So sounds like a cold start, LOL, out of your camper. Well, funny thing is, we went to Deadwood. The first stop we made was Deadwood. We left Wisconsin. We slept overnight in Minnesota at a rest area. It was nice, cool sleeping weather, but it was getting hot in the daytime. And obviously, I don't have a generator to run the air conditioner in the RV unless I'm plugged in at a campground. Everything else functions. I got the water. You know, the fridge runs on propane and electric, but it runs on propane when we're parked. Yeah, everything's cold. I'm just looking at the lights on my fridge, make sure it was on. Yeah, so the stove works on propane, fridge works on propane. She holds fresh water, she holds her wastewater. So everything's good except 110 power. We have lights, which runs on 12 volt. Anyway, so we got to Deadwood, got parked in there, and then we unloaded the bikes and went riding. We went and saw, we went riding a bit. And it was funny. It was kind of cool meaning in the 80s in the mountains where we were. But when we got out of the mountains in the plains, it was like literally like 100 degrees. And Jen went down. She poor thing had heat stroke. So she got dizzy on the bike, and we were nowhere near where there was air conditioning or water. And we drank all the water we had carried by then. So I had to it was a spirited ride from there to, I think, the town of Hermosa, where we found a pizza shop. Pulled in there, sat inside, had, made Jen drink a bunch of water, let her cool off. Had a little bit of pizza after she started feeling better. And then she was feeling like $1,000,000. We jumped on a bike and went back home, went up to Rapid City, and then cut across 44 back towards the campground in Deadwood, which is actually south of Deadwood on 385. Steel Wheel, that's where we were. We were at the Steel Wheel. Let's see here. So that's kind of the idea of what we did. Ever ride a bicycle with no seat? Joe McNeilin said that. I probably have. An older truck like Orwell, how much do you spend annually on maintenance? Is it still worth versus a new truck? I'll put it like this. I do not spend nearly as much money on maintenance on Orwell as you do with a new truck. DPF cleanouts are like $3,500, $4,000, if not more, if they're damaged. That's cleaning your exhaust pipe effectively. So yeah, right there alone is one of the big things. My truck doesn't go into limp mode. It'll run until it destroys itself. So if I have problems, I can usually limp it home, but you have to be smart about it. The truck won't shut off and demand to be towed home for nothing. You know, if a sensor goes bad, you're out how many thousands or hundreds in a tow truck bill? Thousands if you're towing far. Or in my case, my transmission, died. It's just not worth. The newer trucks are not worth it. New trucks get old, and usually they become maintenance disasters before you pay them off. So then you got two-part problem. You have a massive maintenance bill and big payments. So no, you're never going to convince me that's going to be a better way to go. Plus, I don't have payments. I could go camping for 3 weeks and not have to pay the bank. I do have a truck payment, meaning the Dodge, but compared to a semi-truck payment, that's pennies. Let's see. Have you ever been down Cabbage Patch? Yes, I have. Been up and down a few times with semi-trucks. He's Sport Custom 55 says, I've got an old Pete, not as cool as your truck. Mine's an 89 377 3406B model 9-speed. And I bet that truck makes you money. Have you ever been down Donner Pass? Oh yeah, I've been through pretty much all of them. Donner, I've done a lot. I used to go in and out on 80. Oh, excuse me, quite a few times. Coffee is repeating. My Battleship Missouri cup. One of my favorites. You place cameras on the side of the road, drive by, you get lots of workout retrieving. Yeah, I've tried doing that a bunch of times, but the other thing is some places you can't do it easy, and then how many times are you going to start and stop to do it? It's easier if I have a camera car and a film crew with me, i.e. Jen and Matt, when we were going through Chicago. That I thought came out good. The views were terrible, but I thought the videos were awesome coming through Chicago. So that didn't do as good as I thought. Have I ever driven a twin stick, 1953? I'm going to get Stefan, I don't know. That's what Jen's son Jake calls me, Stefan. But yeah. No, I've never driven a two-stick. I've moved a few of them, like around a yard, but never on a highway. I want to own one. I want to put a twin stick behind that V12. So that's what I'm hoping for. Let's see here. Melvin Velez says, do my message shows on live chat? Can FSC see it? Great video, man. Yep, they're there. How about Donner Pass? Yep, been up and down it. Steve, ever drive I-8 from San Diego to Yuma? Yes, I have. I don't know the range. It's out there. It's like you're driving through these gigantic boulders. They're all round. It makes you feel like you're in miniature world in Pebble Land or something. It's amazing through that section. I used to tell my parents when they had their camper to go through there, and they never did. It was May, and they went up the northern route. They were up on they saw the volcano in Capulin, New Mexico, and were complaining to me that it was like literally snowing up there. And I'm like, Ma, I told you stay south. You went north. It's only May. Well, it's warm in May. I said, not out there it is. So even Jen was surprised. It went from 100 degrees to like 45 degrees at night out here in when we were in the Black Hills. I was like, it's 100 and then 45. Well, yeah, it's a 50 degree temperature swing. You wake up cold, and by the time you make your coffee, it's starting to get warm in the camper. By the time you got that coffee drank, you're turning on your air conditioner. The smoke's pretty bad, actually. Today here in Montana, no smoke, from the wildfires. It rained a lot yesterday, and we didn't take pictures of it, but man, we almost went off-roading yesterday. The road getting to where we were was under construction, and they left it muddy, and then it rained. So literally there were times I thought I had to put the Dodge in 4x4 to keep it moving because it got that bad. You couldn't imagine. The camper is completely caked in sand and mud. It's terrible. So we'll have to visit a Blue Beacon on our way to Yellowstone. I-8 to Yuma. Yep, did that. Plus no DEF, no electronic logs on older trucks. I'll take an older truck any day. Been driving a truck almost 39 years. Yes, Chris Himmel, that was the goal with Orwell, is to get around all these government mandates. Obviously, I don't work that hard. I don't really need to run 2 logbooks. You guys see I have plenty of time on my hands with trucking, but it's just like, literally, if you move in a truck stop and you go over 8 miles an hour, put you to driving, and then you got to sit another 10. That's insane. And it violated you while you did it. So no, that stuff was not worth. How do they say it? That the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Hello from Germany. Thank you for your videos. I'll tell you what. That one of these days, I need to get that working on. One of these days when the channel gets large enough where it actually could pay for itself, meaning a trip, I need to get actually get my passport, and I'd love to do a ride along in Europe with some of you guys and film that. That would be awesome. Maybe in the future. Tractor Boy says, "Is Matthew with you guys?" Yeah, he is. And I brought my blood pressure pills. She's paid for. It's worth it. In progress. Hope Hopper Bottom Run local. Old Thomas drove around, said he got a lifetime to fix it. I'm just 25. Yeah, well, you know, every truck requires maintenance. I don't care if it's brand new or not. You're gonna have to deal with maintenance on it. It's just the nature of the beast. Hello, Steve. Correct me if I'm wrong. You said you and family are moving to Texas. If so, hope we move north of Texas because tropical storms, hurricanes, flash floods. No, I don't know if my sister will watch this or not because there's beef now between me and my sister. We're not going to get into that, but we will get into the fact that my sister and I have beef. My sister already moved from the last time we did a live stream. My sister was in the chat talking about it. I'm not going to disclose the location. I'll simply say West Texas. My sister moved out there, and we were going to, bought bare land, 10 acres. And my mom and dad were going to take 2 acres. My sister was going to take 8. Bare ass land. Nothing was done to it. So mom and dad were in the process of looking into doing something with that property and then building a house on it and then moving out once the house was built. Meanwhile, my sister, because she's got a young family, they had to get down there, get established, and get the kids in school. In fact, they're in school now. School starts early down there. The thing was, my sister felt that she had to get her family out of the woke-topian schools of New Jersey, which were literally as bad as you see on the news. In fact, the school district they were coming out of was the one that decided we were going to ban the names of holidays. That's why they had to move. So they did. And the school seems to be a lot better where they are in West Texas. However, there became an issue with I was asked to help, and then I was chewed out and then promptly told, don't bother coming around because I helped in a manner that I was asked to do, but forgot I was asked to do it. So then I was accused of taking over the project, and then it became a whole hubbub because let's just put it to you like this. My parents are no longer taking the property right next door to my sister. They might be getting a piece of property somewhere else in the same area, but not directly next door to my sister, because there was a week where they weren't talking at all. So family can be an issue sometimes. I'll just leave it at that. And it's not the first time that's happened either. I'll leave it at that too. If my sister is watching, she knows damn right well you can't do that to me 3 times in a row. It just becomes the definition of insanity. I love my family. I love my sister. Love my niece and nephew. You can't ask me for help and then literally try to throw me out of the family because I did the help you asked. So we're going to leave it at that. I know I said that a few times, but that literally is where we're going to leave it. Me and mom talk. My sister and my mom talk again. I do not talk to my sister, and until she surrenders on the deck of my battleship, we're done. You don't do that and then get to think I'm just going to sweep it under the rug. How's the new pickup doing? Is it Cummins or Hemi powered? Hope Mr. Beefy is good also. Mr. Beefy has not, that's 777 Timberwolf. Mr. Beefy has not eaten another crank position sensor, so as of now runs great. My Dodge is a Hemi. I didn't want to deal, same like Orwell, I don't want to deal with the exhaust after treatment. I don't want to deal with all of the EGR problems. I don't want to deal with any of that stuff. I got no problems anybody running them Cummins, I guess, if it makes sense to them. But for me, I would just rather buy the gasoline and not the diesel. It's more money in the gas, less maintenance on the truck. And right now, literally, that truck, about more than half of its life, it has towed my trailers. So it's getting hard use. But yeah, that's why I went with the Hemi. I went with the 8-foot box so I can haul the bikes. If I ever did get a fifth wheel, I would have to get a toy hauler again to haul bikes. I did learn real quick in the Black Hills, there's a lot of off-roading up there. So when we got there, the Sturgis crowd had just left and the off-road crowd was getting there. So we were the only bikers in the campground. And that was kind of weird. A lot of people didn't seem to want to talk to us because we had bikes and they had off-roaders. All the side-by-sides and stuff. That was kind of interesting. But we had a great time riding up there anyway. Maybe next year we're going to go to Sturgis, just me and Jen. And Matt will probably be left home. He'll be out of high school and into his next phase of life. So it's about time me and Jen started doing vacations by ourselves. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, so we moved to Texas. Yeah, so not going to have to worry about the storms where my family's going. Any of that. It's out west. They're not so far west that they're in the mountain time zone or still in central time zone. That roughs it up. It's west of Dallas, a good ways west of Dallas. That's as far as I'm going to get. What do you think of Just Trucking channel? I think he's pretty cool. He's definitely different. He's definitely a different breed of driver than what's out here nowadays. He has a very positive attitude. I don't know how anybody goes through life with that kind of positive attitude all the time. I mean, he's got a great family behind him. He seems like he's got his crap straight. Obviously, he's got good control of his money. I think it's a good channel. I wish I had time to watch all these guys because I just don't really have the time. But yeah, Just Trucking, love the channel. I've chatted with him back and forth on his live streams a couple times. Good people. Like I said, I love the fact that he's got a great family and always a positive attitude. He must never get upset about anything. I mean, literally, I've seen videos where he gets burned by brokers, gets burned by shippers, burned by receivers. Just water off his back. Like, man, I could learn a few things from him. Oh, let's see here. Well, Texas is controlled by Republicans. New Jersey is controlled by Democrats. I would have moved to Texas. I lived in Las Vegas. That was Chris Hemmel. New Jersey is... I left in New Jersey for the same reasons many, many years ago. I used to joke that I could buy in Walmart in Wisconsin what would get me 30 years in jail in New Jersey. All the things I love to do are illegal in New Jersey. Cars and, of course, I don't want to get demonetized, but you know what I'm talking about. Let's see here. Moving from Tacoma. Yeah, I'd get the hell out of that range, too. Beautiful country out there. Absolute total shame what happened up there. Carl Ferrigno says, government controlled the diesel industry, not to mention, or destroyed the diesel industry, not to mention General Motors back in the early 80s. The trucking business in the late 70s into the early 80s, he said. Yeah, it's funny. It's diesel, like, still today is an ugly word. I don't know why, but it still is. It could be better. I think it's like anything else. The trucking industry is regulated by people who they can't even spell Peterbilt, but yet they regulate them. It's weird how that works. Hello from Milwaukee is DH1011. I'm in Montana at my RV. I just discussed that earlier. How about Gentry Trucking Channel? Him and I talk. Gentry is an interesting character, man. He reminds me of a lot of a dude I used to know when I was in the Air Force. Good guy. Again, he got his crap together. He's got his money right. He's a different kind of guy, man. He is obviously the kind of guy that does it his way, and that's it. And I love that about the guy. He is trying. I watch how he's growing. He's intermixing two separate worlds. He's got a lot of Cletus McFarland audience and his own, and that seems to be working. Rarely do two YouTubers work together and it grow his channel. When I did my filming before my channel, this channel turned into a trucking channel. Like, I did the meet and greet. I went and met, Daily Driven Exotics, and the views were terrible. Ask Coastal Auto Reaction, the guy Big Easy, he runs that channel. He did some work with DDE. Did nothing. So it didn't help him at all. But yeah, watching Gentry put his trucks to work with Cletus a few times, and then how we're still waiting on Bruce Wilson to get done with his legal issues. He can start uploading. But watching how Gentry is able to work with those guys and grow that, that's not easy to do. And in fact, I don't think it's been done. If it's been done, it's rare. So he's managed to do what very few could. I'm very impressed with that, actually. So yeah, he's an interesting character. Love what he does. He just does it his way. I mean, he had the stones to roll up at a drift event with a Freightliner, with a massively updated turbo in an ugly FLD 120, and he had some mechanical problems. His lockers weren't working. He couldn't swing that truck, and then the track was like, no, don't even try that crap, and they shut him down. And when he tried, he had some stones. And think about it. Think about what it cost to bring that truck down there just to try to do burnouts for a crowd. I mean, he's from Tennessee. He took it to Florida to do burnouts. That ain't cheap. I mean, he's got big set of brass ones down there to pull that kind of crap. And oh man, that was awesome. I wish I could try crap like that. I don't have the stones. Maybe one day. Oh, let's see here. Freddy says 10-4. Don't know why, but okay. What? Ronald Silitsky. That's probably Polish. I'm actually a quarter Polish right there. Ask me what my nationality is. My mother is pure Italian. Of my mother's side, my grandfather was Calabrese. From his people were from Calabria, I believe it's called. And my mother's mother was Napolitan, meaning from Naples. I really don't know what I just said other than repeating what my grandmother and my mother would tell me. So that's where they are from. My mother is Italian. My dad, the name is Ukrainian. My father is Polish and Ukrainian. Obviously, my grandfather was Ukrainian. My grandmother was Polish. And when they got married, they were disowned. So I don't know really anybody from my father's side. My grandparents sadly passed before I was born. And I don't know that side of the family beyond my dad, to be honest. My dad had a brother. He passed on. Seen him a half a dozen times over the course of a life. But I really didn't know the guy very well. My mother's side, I knew them extensively. So that's the nationality side. Let's see here. Feel the same about Justin. Wish I was like that. I'm a hothead. Yeah, I can be. You guys have seen some of my wrath towards Matthew when he messes up. But yeah, he believe me, if I release some of the stuff I've caught on video of him messing up the video of me getting mad at him, it's sometimes my shop is seen straight out of Orange County choppers, including throwing chairs across the shop. But yeah, I'm not proud of that. It just is what it is. My dad and me came not to blows, but let me tell you, when I finally moved out, my mother was sad to see me go because I was going into the Air Force. But my mother was also glad to see me go because finally there would be peace in the house. And honestly, my dad and I get along a lot better now that we are at distance, and we've both also grown older too. I'm 44 now. So me and my dad get along a lot better now, thank God. And man, let me tell you, there's a lot of nights we sit here and I'll sit and drink my scotch, and me and my dad will just stay on the phone for hours talking about crap. Probably one of the best times, speaking of my dad, I know it's totally off topic here, but probably one of the best phone conversations I ever had with my father is I had my boat parked in the marina, and my dad's health was bad. He's a lot better now, thank God. He couldn't share in any of that stuff, so one day I was half drunk sitting at the helm of my boat. We're tied in the marina, just drinking, get ready to go to sleep, and I called my dad. 2.5 hours later, I get off the phone with him. I could barely stumble down into the cabin to go to sleep, but we had a great time shooting the crap with my dad. I was taking my phone, taking pictures and stuff, what was going on, and there was like some ducks in the water, so I turned the spotlight on. I put the spotlight on the ducks, took pictures of the ducks, emailed them to my dad. He was looking at them, and he saw my boat, was asking questions about my boat and all that, and I was like, I had a great time with my dad. So it's like, in fact, like my best friend Bino, his mother just passed away. She went on her terms too, which was really amazing. But she knew it was her time, and she didn't want the doctor to fix what was wrong with her because she had a myriad of other problems that was taking her down, and she died within hours. But she went in her terms and fully aware of what was going on. But when if you have elderly parents, family like that, cherish them, because they're not going to be around, forever. Okay, what national item am I? Let's see, go on. I got a lot of lists here to go. Not really. List enough. Let's see here. Hello from Streetsboro, Ohio. Have you seen Karen lately? Love your response to her action. If you haven't noticed, I saved her I'm the manager as a sound drop I use now. And I have never been back there since then. Not in the car, not in the pickup, not in the semi, ever. I have never been back there. I go to Quick Trip, which is one exit south. They treat you much nicer. Food's better. Can't stand McDonald's. So, yeah, I've never been back. F her. I could care less. I made her a joke, and if you guys see her, say, hey, you know, FSC put you on YouTube, and you're a sound drop he uses often. I'm the manager. Oh, God, that's priceless. I'm trying to figure out how to alter the video to, like, put the Karen, like, I don't know how to do that. Maybe somebody could send me an email with that already done. I'm trying to put not her face, but like your animated typical Karen face, right? On her body from that screenshot. And then use that screenshot with not that way I'm not showing her face or their faces, but the internet Karen look and just stick it on her body. That'd be priceless. Oh, ooh, Chris Himmel. I didn't want to hear that, man. But thanks for telling me. Gentry and son, Tim, his dad's in the hospital right now with the COVID. Ah, man, he's up there in years. I hope he gets through it. Most do. Hope he gets through it. That's not good to hear. I forget. He's not that old. At least he doesn't look that old. I don't know. Timmy's a little younger than me. I think he's a couple years younger than me. I think he's 39. So yeah, his dad can't be that old. I guess he could be, but he don't look that old. My dad's 74. So I don't think Tim's dad's that old. Oh, let's see. She was just bored. Yeah, I guess, but you know, whatever. You chased away a customer somewhere else. The Karen haircut. Yeah, that's what we were at Walmart yesterday. Matt pointed that out. Let me tell you. It's probably mean to say, but I'll say it anyway. You want to see a cross-section of humanity, go to the Walmart in Spearfish, South Dakota. I'll leave it at that. Oh, no, not even there. Rapid City. That's worse. We were in both of them. Yeah, there were like two of them with the identical haircuts. I'm like, oh, my God, please no. Florida got hit hard on COVID. They don't care. Well, I'm not going to get into that too much. I had it. I ate it. I've had flus that were worse. My kid had it. Jen had it. Matt didn't even know he had it. That's how not problem it was for him. For me, I've had worse flus. As a matter of fact, when I had it, I was working on a boat. Go back to the videos when I was doing the exhaust on my boat. That's when I had it. That's how bad it was. For me, it wasn't. Let's see here. HHH says, appreciate the t-shirt you are sporting today. That's my family, friends, neighbors, even past employers went way or looking at me. We are fortunate, actually. I'm going to assume you're related to Tavares. That's his shirt, Tavares, the YouTube channel. I saw his shirt. He was wearing this shirt on an episode of Car Trek. And I looked up, Jen, I got to get that shirt. That is awesome. That's me. Because, you know, other than my Dodge, nothing else was warranted ever. Like, that's the first new truck I've ever bought. So I never had a warranty on anything. So other than my Harley, I guess, when I bought that new. But you get the point. Everything's old, and I'm the warranty on everything. So I'm like, oh, that's the coolest shirt ever. So Jen bought it for me and gave it to me. I think Jimmy's dad is early 60s. Yeah, I don't think he's that old, like I said. But, you know, at that age, you start having to worry about it. My parents, we worried about it a lot until I found out I had it and couldn't give it to my parents anymore. It's when I stopped seeing my parents until after I had caught it myself. And that's when my mom had that tumor in her stomach because nobody found the tumor because all the hospitals were locked down. So that's why I still see my mom. But now my mom and dad got the vaccine, and at their age they should. So hopefully that'll keep them from getting into any trouble. Not for hire. Hey, there you are. Are you going to make FSC trucking t-shirts? I'm a little pissed because I still haven't seen Orwell artwork yet from the people I get my shirts made from. And when I get back, I'm going to light a fire under their ass and get these damn shirts made. I'm not happy at all about that. So they've always done me real good. This time they kind of drop the ball. But we're gonna get that handled. FSC trucking shirts. Well, that logo is my shop's logo, and whether it's the trucking side, the shop side, whatever, that logo is what I use. So I don't think I'm going to go specifically with the trucking, but I am going to get other shirts done. I got to come up with a way to do a Karen shirt. That's got to be, because that's always funny. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Not for hire. Thank you for purchasing that shirt. I felt bad because he ordered a shirt and it didn't get there. It got lost in the mail, and then finally it came in. Did you get your leaks fixed on your truck? Oh yeah, that's all. That stuff's back in early or late May. I mean, so yeah, that's all done. Everything's fixed. Yeah, Orwell's back running top notch again. Steve, you want merch? Yeah, you get a new truck. No, I did not. The Dodge, yes. Semi, no. Let's see. I saw you coming through Chicago a few weeks ago. It was awesome seeing a cabo in person, even if it was in passing. Yeah, I get a lot of comments on the CB. If I hear them, I try to get back to them. Are you going to work on other trucks to grow the shop, or just your personal vehicles? My problem right now is time, lack of time. One of my subscribers leased down with Widmeyer. He might need some help getting his truck or keeping his truck up and running. He just bought it. So I don't know. I might work on other people's trucks. If I do, it's going to be in the vlogs. I do have a subscriber's boat stuck in my shop right now, working on it for him, but I'm not filming that. That kind of small problem turned into huge problems real fast, and then more problems, and now including the trailer. So it's I'm running out of time to be working on everybody else's stuff. Very, very busy. Yes, I am very, very busy. I took 3 weeks off to take my family on vacation. Had enough. I had to call it, like, too busy. And I'm still working on vacation, but that's fine. I don't mind that at all. So, Grain Hopper, I have a Series 60 in my 96 Prevost, no smoke, lots of balls. Look what other countries are doing to the world. Can you drive to Cadillac, Michigan? Because my family lived there. My town is really nice. Please go there. Well, I don't go places specifically to see people. I go places because that's where I go through, where freight goes there. So yeah. Jen, after Next Tactics, where you at Seymour Johnson back in the day. Now, how would you know that? Yes. I wonder if it's possible anybody knows me. Do you wish your son Matt get into trucks like you, Steve? No. No, trucking is a soul-breaking profession. It took me years to figure out how to make a living in trucking. I had to literally learn how to starve to death and not die for quite a few years. So if Matt goes that direction, I could try to help him out, but sometimes being helped out is a bad way to go. Sometimes you just got to let them starve and figure out for themselves. But I'd rather be in a different profession, to be honest. Not for hire says, don't work on other people's stuff. You're just asking for headaches. Yeah, I know. That my shop was based on that at first. Still is to a point. One day you should get a 7-axle trailer. I don't think I have enough truck for that. Ouch, didn't know it was like that. Yeah, trucking is terrible. I'll tell you what, you want to learn trucking, how bad it is? Go to a truck stop. Look in the parking lot. Look at the people walking around the parking lot. Go inside the restaurant, if they're even open anymore, and look at who's sitting in there. And just look at how people act. Look at their footwear. Seriously. You tell a lot about people by looking at their shoes. Mine are boots. I wear work boots, steel toe work boots. Other guys on the chat, seriously, look in the chat. Guarantee you. What do you guys see? Footwear out there in the truck stops. What do you see? I'll just leave it at that. Yeah, it's real because in Michigan they have 7-axle because it's the law. Yeah, I've seen them big long trains out there for sure. It's amazing how heavy them things can get. Grain Hopper at Carl, true, but it'll have the changes. Can't belch black smoke. Regs are tough on that in Euroland. We're not in Euroland here. You know, let's see here. What's Doug Ackerman at your shop? I don't know what you mean by that. One of the other cab overs still there. Oh, yeah, it's still there. It's sold, and I haven't heard anything from that owner. So I got to make a move on that reasonably soon here. Triaxle, no joke. Okay. Alrighty, guys. What else should we discuss here? My buddy from Bangladesh says hi. He said we love Stephen Feshcheck Speed Trucker Shop. Awesome. That's cool. I love the fact that we have an international audience with this channel. Oh, by the way, Crocs. Oh, please. Ugh. As if flip-flops were bad enough, Crocs are the worst. If you ever see me in a pair of Crocs, put one right here. Not a Croc. A pill. Right here. Never, never. What's my next load? I don't know. Right. Tomorrow we're going to hitch up my camper and go towards Yellowstone. That's the next load. After that, God only knows. Absolutely have no clue. But that's all right. Hey, baby. Could you make me another cup of coffee? Mine's empty. Thank you. Jen, make me a cup of coffee here. Thank you, baby.
You're welcome.
Oh, water for the Keurig. Here you go. You should put some of this in there.
Yeah.
That won't go good with coffee. Let's drink that straight. Somebody said, Sean, did you give up the question? I don't know what he means by that. Not for hire says, take it easy on the Crocs. Man, I'm sorry. Men do not wear Crocs. And flip-flops are for the beach. And you'll never see me on flip-flops on the beach either. I will literally roll up to the beach. Swear to God, I do this. You hear Jen laughing over here. Here, stick your face in here. You hear her laughing. Thank you. If it wasn't for this woman right here, I wouldn't get a half this crap done. You have no idea the amount of work it takes to set up. You guys that own RVs know the amount of work it takes to set up one of these things before we leave. I literally brought it to the shop, took care of a couple things on it before we left. Then I brought it over to the house and left it there for like 3-4 days while Jen literally worked for 3-4 days straight, packing it, getting it ready, cleaning it, getting it ready to go. So when I got back, literally we just put the bikes in the truck, hooked up to the camper, them gone. I actually filmed a little bit of that. We're going to talk about where that stuff's going to be in the future. But yeah, that's Jen does. These camping trips wouldn't happen. This channel wouldn't happen. A lot of stuff in my life would not happen if it wasn't for Jen. That's just fact. Because she does everything that I no longer have to do, which frees me. Think about it. If I'm making money by editing and making videos because I don't have to do laundry, that's profitable right there. Seriously, it just turns into money. I couldn't do what I do without Jen. Plain English. So thank you.
Welcome.
So let's see here. Got a lot more questions here. Where's Matt? Matt's on a couch. We're getting ready to get out of here and go do tourist things here in Montana in a little bit here. Do you like old Corvettes, early 50s and 60s? But yeah, the early ones, yeah. My favorite ones are like, I don't know what generation they'd be. Or like, remember the one that Face Man had from the A-Team? Just not that red stripe. That's the generation out of the 80s. Those are my favorites. I know they weren't the fastest. They're certainly not the most sought after, but that's my favorite look at Corvette. Sorry. C8. No, I would just buy a real exotic if I had that kind of money. Sorry, guys. I know. I'll probably pissed off some people. I'm sure somebody in here owns a C8 and now don't like me. Oh, let's see here. Make sure. Perkinston Garage. Make sure the 4x4 is locked in your Crocs, not for hire. I want to get a poor not for hire who busts his chops with them Crocs. Oh man, I gotta see. I'll tell you what though, not for hire. Seriously, I do come to his. His part of the country often. So might have to stop by and talk to him one of these days. Maybe I'll bring him a nice pair of boots. Don't let me meet you not for hire. I'll stomp on the Crocs, steel toes. I shouldn't say that. Oh man, how's your engine rebuild going? The one with the crack on it. Right now, the engine is sitting on. That's why I haven't done anything on that channel because that's where we stopped. Right now, the engine's as you seen it last. It's a block with just a crank in it, front cover, rear bell housing adapter, and that's it. Sitting on them Fugazi jack stands. Actually, them jack stands are plenty to hold that weight. But I'm going to be taking that block to the machine shop to get it magged, check for other cracks, and to have that crack repaired properly if it wasn't. But that's the plan. I am in contact with myriad of, probably 2 or 3 different shops giving me advice on which way to go, looking for parts suppliers. I know you guys always say, talk to Bus Monkey, or Bus Grease Monkey, talking to Bus Grease Monkey. I'm like, yeah, but I remember I was talking about Timmy Gentry and how he's been able to work with Bruce Wilson and Cletus McFarlane and grow that into something. Most times multiple channels get together, it doesn't work well. I just seen it not be beneficial. So it might not. But he doesn't do trucks, he does the buses. If I start doing anything with the Bus Grease Monkey, me and Jen are kicking around idea buying an old Detroit powered bus for towing heavier trailers, for doing more like maybe off-road stuff in the future. Matt and I hope to build a trophy truck out of a dent side Ford rear engine. In fact, we're thinking about doing that kind of stuff, but it's time and money, and I don't have that much money, and time I have none. So I don't know. We're kicking around right now. We're in an '89 camper. It's an older one, but it works great. We had to put a window in it though. We did film that drama. I literally lost the window going down the road. Terrible. So I did film that too. I'm trying to figure out where we're gonna find a place and home for that content. We did GoPro the bikes riding around in the Black Hills. Matt has his motorcycle license now, so he was riding around my dad's Vulcan. I had my Harley. I thought the videos came out great. The audio in it wasn't so good, but you could hear when I was running a Harley hard in them hills. You could definitely hear I was on it, except the camera was forward facing, so you didn't hear my exhaust. But you heard the intake sucking air, and I thought it came out pretty good, the video on that. Plus, Matt had plenty of footage riding behind me of me and Jen tooling around in the hills, so that was awesome. Oh, let's see here. Do you enjoy making videos more than driving? No. Editing. I hate editing, but it's a necessary evil. I've gotten decent at it. I'll tell you who is a marvelous editor in the trucking side. And I've talked about them in the past. Them meaning Happiness by the Mile. The editing is top notch. Their editing is top notch. Wish them the best. I know they started a second channel with that virtual video game trucking stuff. No, I do trucking reality. I'm not into the games, but the editing that they do is phenomenal. I love how they do it, honestly. Let's see here. Yeah, too many different ideas for content makes them clash. Yeah, and it kills the views. That's why I have right now 2 separate channels, FSC Truck Shop, and this channel is going to turn into FSC Trucking. And I plan on reskinning, which would be a 3rd channel, FSC Speed Shop. Not again, but once this goes to FSC Trucking, I might bring back FSC Speed Shop or some derivative of that to try to bring back the automotive content and the recreation content. So that's what I'm going to try to do. Sounds like there may be an FSC camper channel in our future. No. But that will be part of the recreation side of what might become a 3rd channel. But that might be too much. I don't know if I could. I can't regularly upload every channel, and not doing regular uploads might kill it. However, look at Whistling Diesel. He doesn't upload regularly, and he's fun. His numbers are crazy. So I don't know. I just have to see. I'll play around. If it doesn't make money, I'll just kill it. I'll leave the old stuff up, and I'm going to do what I can do. That's all I can do. I'm trying to get as much content out there as I can to try to show trucking, but also the personal side of trucking and what it can become. I guess it's kind of my idea. Love your channel, Semper Fi Air Force. Oh, been waiting to see you, buddy. Better bring them boots. That's not for hire. Yeah, well, you got my email, not for hire, so shoot me an email when you can. We'll try to make something happen. We'll see if maybe we can break that trend of YouTubers working together, not working out. We'll see what we could do there. Maybe I'll get, we'll figure something out, dude. Email me. Truck is cool, but you consider more environmentally friendly truck. My truck is very environmentally friendly. All that crap that goes in the air lands on the ground. It's called dirt. You walk on it. Truck is cool. Oh, I said that already. That's Gallatin and Hooper. Look, in the end, all the environmental crap. Let me explain something. Energy. It's consumed by it's created by burning something, and it's consumed by burning that, right? So, them electric cars, they burn coal. How do you think the power got here? Right now, my camper is burning coal and propane. You know, it burns coal because it's plugged into the power plant, and the propane side of it, meaning like when I cook or put the heater on, like last night, we burn a little propane too. So I could probably get you a window, but also hook up with you in a nice camper. I buy and sell repair trailers. No, if we're going to get rid of this trailer, we're just going to go get a new one. Me and Jen did look at a brand new one, but I don't want to make them kind of payments on a trailer. Right now, I still have the payments on the truck, the pickup. So we're just going to use what we got. And Matt might inherit a 30-foot travel trailer. Let's see here. I think her partner films it and it's talking about happiness by the mile. Yeah, I think that's how that works. But it works too. Scarlett Walker says, no, stay with 2 channels. Don't overdo it. The thing is where I put the personal stuff. It won't fit in the truck shop channel and it won't fit in the trucking channel. Like this right here from the camper kind of works. But, you know, if I filmed where we went with the bikes, it won't work. The other thing is I want to make sure that if something were to happen to me or my health takes me off the road, I have something already kind of established to continue going. Because if, let's say if I got hurt, if I wrecked the bike and I got hurt so bad I couldn't drive, the trucking channel dies. So what do? I have to go in another direction. So that's the plan B. Even if it doesn't make much money, it's still plan B. I could grow in the event I get kicked off the road. You never know. The government might just shut it all down. We buying those Tesla trucks to crash into everything. Will you start a sewing channel? Really? Let's see here. Nice comeback with the environmental comment. You know, it's the truth. The soot comes out of the stack and lands right on the ground. You walk on it. You got a Harley Davidson. Yep. I did that too way back when they had square wheels. Oh, let's see here. No, won't be an FSC camper channel. I already said that. Bus Grease Monkey is the Detroit king. Doesn't matter what Detroit it is, he can fix it. Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, he seems to know a lot about them. And I do watch his channel regularly when I have questions about Detroit. So him and his son, Indiana, what is it called? Indiana Diesel Repair. Yeah, I got a lot of Detroit knowledge off their videos. That's awesome. Let's see here. Where else we got more? Hi, what happened to 12V71? That's sitting there waiting for me to finish taking it apart and taking it to the machine shop. So in the end, what I have left to do there is, like I said, I take the crank out of it. And then we're going to take the front cover off, the bell housing off the back, and then run the block to the machine shop, get that checked, make sure the crack is okay, or fix it, or check on previous repair, whichever. I'm not really sure what was done of that yet. The heads are off. The heads can go to the machine shop too. So now, yeah, I have to start working on that. And I am looking into another truck, which brings me to a whole nother thing. Good luck on your 12V71. She'll be a spank monkey. I probably shouldn't have said that, but I did. What's your handle in case I see you on the road? Can I holler at you? Cue ball. Call me cue ball on the radio. Nothing like an uncorked 12V71. Yeah, well, we're going to put one on the road. What lever is near passenger seat in Orwell? Not sugar. Oh, so sorry if I missed you. That's the trailer. That's a trolley valve. Your trailer brakes. So if you want to apply your trailer brakes only, you pull on that handle and pull it down. If you want to just, when you step on your brake, you apply all your brakes. But let's say you're in a jackknife situation, your truck is kicking sideways on you. You can yoke that valve down a little bit and tug it back straight by applying only the trailer brake. It's the same as if you stepped on the foot brake, but it only applies your trailer. Also, if you're sliding your tandems, you can apply your brake on your trailer. If you have like a van or a reefer and you're sliding your tandems, you can pull that handle down, apply your brake, and then do back and forth. Yes, you can just pull your trailer air supply out, setting your trailer parking brakes. However, that handle will give you more brake force than your spring brakes will. So you actually have a better brake that way. But it's also for, emergencies. If you have a tractor jackknife or starting to come, you can yoke that trailer down. I've never had that happen to me yet. knock on wood, or whatever this paneling is made out of. So that's the game plan. That's what that valve is. I rarely ever use it. In fact, you always see me bumping up on it because I always check to make sure I'm not dragging the trailer brake and causing a problem back there. And so sometimes you'll see me, I'll hit the 2 brake knobs and I'll smack up. Like I'll push them and then hit up. That's to make sure the trailer valve is all the way up. It's easy. Like if I wash my windows, I bump into my arm and shove it down a little bit. And I've been warned a few times, hey, cab over, you're dragging your trailer brakes. Right. Put it up, done. That's happened a couple times. Oh, and I might be buying a trailer. Semi-trailer. Drop deck or double drop. Might be buying my own now. Deal ain't set in stone. A potential deal. We'll see. But we might be getting my own trailer. I have that old step deck that I'm putting cross members in. In fact, that's going to be Matt's job, is starting to do the welding work on that when we get back. So I'll have a step and a double drop. But I not solid on a double drop yet, but looking like I might be. Let's see. We'll see. Let's see here. All of a sudden the comments started banging up. Good. Hope I'm not missing nobody. Talking about, let's see here. Chris Hemmel. Yeah, Tim was hauling Cletus race cars. Tim was driving Cletus brand new toter. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Timmy Gentry wound up doing work with Cletus, and that helped him grow his channel successfully. Very few times I've seen YouTubers do work like that and actually have it grow his brand. And he's got a good partnership going on there. That's good. I'm glad to see his success. You know, he's doing real good. I love the fact he does it on his terms. He is as independent as they get. That's what I love about Timmy Gentry. He does his thing his way, and if you think he's crazy, he'll show you why he's not, or he'll show you how he is. He does it his way, and is successful doing it. Awesome. I love that. I mean, he does that old school. You know, he's got a great family behind him. I mean, you know, I'll tell you right now, I think he'll tell you the same thing. The same with me, like we was talking to Jen earlier. We wouldn't be able to do the things we do without the people that are behind us. Timmy Gentry's got an awesome family right behind him that works with him. His family doesn't work against him. I have an ex-wife worked against me. Now my family works with me. Like I said, that's why I put Jen and Matt in the vlogs part of this. I don't hide them because it's not just me. It's my family. I have a crew behind me. I couldn't do what I do without them. Oh, let's see here. When you get the Ram, 3-4 months ago-ish. I don't remember when I got it. It wasn't that long ago. I wasn't like bragging about, I got a brand new truck. Yeah, I got a brand new truck. And yes, YouTube revenue helps pay for that. But yeah, I wouldn't want to brag about it. I didn't think it was really all that special. It's part of the success in my life that is more successful than I was. I'm grateful for it. Yeah, absolutely. But I did want to buy exactly what I wanted. And that truck fits every need it had. Had to have a crew cab, had to have the 8-foot box for the bikes, and it had to be able to tow the boat or the camper with the bikes. It had to be big, and I wanted a gas motor with it. And it came available, and I bought it, and I love the look of it. Although I might put rims on it. I'm not sure. I have rims for it. Actually, I bought it for square body. Have the rims for a square body Chevy that I have, and I never finished. And I don't know whether I want to put them on there. I have a 22-inch set of Jesse James Lawless 8s. If you know what those look like, I have those rims. I could find them. I can Google them real quick. Matter of fact, go way back, way back in early vlogs. You'll see when I took them to get chromed. I had to ship them to California to get them chromed. I don't know. If anybody wants to see a picture of what those rims look like, leave a comment and I'll Google it. If not, I won't bore you to tears. Or Google it yourself. Jesse James Lawless 8s, 22s in chrome. Actually, I bought them. They were polished aluminum powder coat, and I had them stripped and chromed. Brand new, never used. Steve, my CB handle the sun. That's all I'm way back. You'll be in 100,000 in about 3 months-ish. Lord, I hope so. That'd be awesome if I could ever get 100K. That'd be awesome. I'm 42K, and that beats a YouTube channel on a radio show host in Florida. You know, the one that begs for bits, kibbles and bits and bits and bits, begging for bits. Come on, cuzzy, I need some bits. No, we did that. We did 42 and beat you without begging. I just ask to like and subscribe every now and again. Okay, every video, but that's not begging for money. Trailer brakes forbidden in Europe now. Stupid. Why would that be? I don't know. You guys have a whole different version of trucking out there. It's crazy. Oh man, I am way back. Wow. Oops. Now I feel bad. I'm gonna miss a lot of people. I'm sitting there yapping. Okay, what's that handle is for? I don't know. It helped with jackknife. Okay, Scarlett's talking about that brake handle. Yeah, that's for. Exactly, one brake's for the whole combination out here in Europe. Oh, Steve, you are a type of person that recommend the good mechanics that you come across on your daily routes that might benefit your viewers. I really don't use mechanics on the road. Coming up in a future video, I was actually impressed. I hate to say it. I was impressed by a shop, a TA shop, that did a tire for me. A trailer tire. I had a nail in a tire, and took it out, patched it. I was quite impressed with the equipment that particular truck shop had. That will be coming in a different video. Let's see here. What's the most? Akula 17 said, "What is the most banged up truck that you have seen on the road?" I couldn't really tell you. I've seen some real junk going down the street though. Gen after next tactics. He destroyed the look of the Air Force cab over with that paint scheme though. Yeah, it does not look like the Air Force truck. It's his dream of what he wanted that truck to look like. Not going to say good or bad. It's his channel, his truck. He paints it however he wants, just like my rim. It'll stay the way I like it or stay the way it is until I want to change it. It's really that simple. Joe Lopez. I want to get into trucking, but I want to be in it for a while. Do you think self-driving semis will take over industry within next 10 years? They're pushing that, but what I'd love to see a striker chain itself down. I'll pay to watch that. I'd love to see flatbed loads tie themselves down. I'd love to see a computer. I'll tell you what, parallel park a truck. I want to see a computer do that. I want to see a computer parking a truck stop. I want to see self-refueling trucks. In other words, just like the Teslas, they self-drive, but you're supposed to have to hold your hand on the wheel. There's way too much manual labor involved in it. It's not like a railroad. The only thing I thought that maybe ever could happen fully autonomously is railroads, because once you could literally hitch them up, smack them on their ass, and they'll show up on the other side. Just know, as long as somebody else controls the switching. Think about it. In a locomotive, I might be speaking out of line, but in a locomotive, you got what, a crew of 2-3 guys in a locomotive today? I think 2. In the olden days, it was 3. You had a fireman, conductor, and a brakeman. But nowadays, things only 2. Obviously, you don't need a fireman. They don't shovel coal into the diesel anymore. But in reality, if you could fully automate that, the train's going to steer itself, right? It's on its own rail. The switches are controlled by the big railroads. Those are controlled electronically by their dispatch. So I think that's the only way you're going to move freight fully autonomously. Road trucks are always going to need drivers. They're always going to be somebody to steer them away. And these autonomous trucks, they crash into crap. If they don't see it quick, they can't swerve. They don't know better. Like, look at the one where these Teslas are always crashing into crap. Look at the one where someone got killed by that Google or Vimo or whatever it was called. Ran right over a pedestrian. It can't react. It doesn't know how to react. It has to think it knows what's there. And if there's a surprise, there's a crash. Oh, let's see here. But there'll always be a need for a driver there, Joe Lopez. Trick is getting started. If you're going to get started, get in flatbedding, and then you can actually make some real money. Swinging doors, I don't think there's any money in that. Not much anyway. I shouldn't say none, but it's harder. You'll work harder doing flatbed, but you're more versatile as a driver if you can do flatbed also. Will you start doing some cooking on a channel? No. What CB do you have in your truck? I have a Galaxy 33, if I remember right. See how often I use it anymore. Trucking with Wim. Some did. The earlier models on the 4 Series did, but it was more like a headache handbrake for the trailer. I'm not even really sure we're talking about my trailer handbrake. Second generation of self-autonomous cars will have rear crashes. Yeah, sure. Good luck. Good luck finding a computer that can react to something that just jumps in front of the car that actually knows what to do. Imagine if the car imagine this. Autonomous car. Deer jumps in front of it. What does the autonomous car do? Does it swerve or does it not? I know what to do. Does it? Well, I know what to do if there's something next to me. If there's not something next to me, I do something different. Does the autonomous vehicle think, like the scene from iRobot? Does it think to realize if a car pulls out in front of you and you're going to T-bone it? Does it think that maybe if it sees a child in the back seat, where to hit the car to maybe not hurt the child in the back seat or maybe go through a phone pole? Does the autonomous car think to go through a phone pole or get crumbled by a tree for your own survival? We all know as drivers, you can go through a phone pole, it's dead, but a big tree, you'll just wrap around the tree. Does the car think of that? No, it doesn't. The driver does. Autonomous vehicles will never be a viable solution to stopping people from getting killed on the highway. Sorry.
In the bathroom. I'm gonna go use that.
Excellent. All righty. Matt was telling me something. Let's see here. How easy is it to get into flatbed hauling? It ain't easy. But what you can do is go to one of the larger companies, like your bigger companies that do flatbedding, and they will train you. That's the best way I can figure to do. And survive them until you get your experience required to join a company like us with Widmeyer. But we need experience. I have a single bunk trunk. I can't train nobody. So how to get started, I think the best way to do it is to go into like I said, go into a larger company that does flatbed work and survive, the rigors of starting out in trucking. Let's see. The union is what keeps the crew in place. It was hell getting rid of the conductor when they became obsolete, still using them up as brakemen. Okay, I'm not a railroad guy. I'm a rail fan, obviously, and I tend to chase steam trains. In fact, we're going to go see the big boy in St. Louis. That's where I'll be in the St. Louis area, the 29th and 30th. Excuse me, because the big boy is going to be in St. Louis on the 30th. Originally, I wanted to see the big boy in Dallas, Fort Worth area. Then I was going to see it in Houston area. And then when the family drama happened, I said, F that. We're going to come here and see big boy on our way back home. So that's what we're going to go do. But yeah, I think in the end, the railroad is going to be what goes fully autonomous. You already have robot trains, remote controls at switching yards, like people in a tower working a locomotive remote controlling in the larger switching yards, I believe. So maybe not in this country, but I know in Europe they do that. I've seen some videos on that. It's interesting. Like they shove the cars down the hill and they slow them down with brakes, and then they switch them to the right line, and then they crash. The only thing you need is a person to hook the brake lines up. Seen that on, but I forget where that was. It might have been in Germany. Scarlet Walker. I'm from Sweden, but I've been in the USA since I was 5 years old. Now, what got you to say that? Well, either way, that's kind of interesting. I didn't know. Never go land all the worst way. That I want to land all in the worst way. That's not for hire. Man, those are pricey because all the hydraulics. Anything hydraulic is way money. Going through here. Something hits and calls. Oh, it's a deer calls OnStar. Yeah, let's see here. So then I can't. What? Then a Carvana shows up. This must be a side thing. I don't know. Chris Culpepper. What do you with the other truck? I don't know yet. Oh, I guess we should talk about that. I'm kind of leaning towards an auto car conventional with that. But I really want one with a set forward axle. My dream of that is I want something, if I go conventional, it's got to look different from everything else that you see on the road. And that way, it's obviously me. It'll generate good views. I know for the YouTube side of things, they do not want a Peterbilt 359. Unless you're a Peterbilt fan, you can't tell the difference between a Peterbilt 359 and 379 or even a 389. The layman that goes down the street couldn't tell you one from the other. I want it to look completely different from everything else. I am looking into maybe a cab over of a different brand. not Autocar, but something else, but not a Peterbilt / Kenworth. I'm looking into that perhaps. We'll see. Not sure. Let's see here. I got a Harley 91 FXR 1340 cc's. Okay. I'm not familiar with that exact bike, but yeah, mine's a 2014 Softail Deluxe with the 103 cubic inch. It's 1690 cc's. I already did the math on that. Folks will have to start carrying autonomous vehicle insurance. No joke. Watch in case one wrecks into you. Yeah, I think that's going to be a thing too. I think at least 30, 35 years for autonomous cars, trucks, before it becomes common, maybe even eventually stop with development of these things because it just doesn't work. No, the government's pushing it hard, and as long as there's government subsidies behind it, it'll never stop. I think the only way autonomous vehicles will ever work is if they literally ride like the old slot cars, like the toys as a kid. Because something's got to keep you have to know to stay off the road. Like a railroad, you know to stay off the damn tracks. Train can't swerve. Autonomous vehicle can't swerve either. And until we make roads like railroads or slot cars and people know to stay out of the roads, until we can control the variables on the road, autonomous vehicle will never work. See here. Afternoon, good people checking in from Florida. Awesome. I'm in Montana in my RV, if we haven't noticed. Locker R for off-road situation, Eric. Oh, we're talking about something else. All right. Parkinson George says, are you 1099 or W-2? Reason I ask is there's some things that you turn your CPA write-offs if you are 1099. I am self-employed. I'm a 1099. Chris Candler, CB handle I have had since 15 years old. Still use